Welcome to this podcast on e-tivities, the key to active online learning by Gilly Salmon, 2002, Colgan Page Publishing, London. I focus on Chapter 2, the 5-stage framework, as it provides a useful guide for understanding how collaborative online learning environments work. Page 11 shows a diagram of the 5 steps. Each step is categorized by a grey triangle showing the skills required by the e-moderator and a blue triangle showing the skills required by the learner or participants. The blue bar on the right shows the amount of online activity increasing as the process develops and then decreasing towards the conclusion. The first step is access and motivation. The e-moderator welcomes and encourages the learner to set up and access the online collaborative system by using e-tivities that are inclusive. The e-moderator tries to get everyone to arrive and to keep all learners engaged before proceeding to step 2 together. The learner may have initial access problems and it can take several days to complete this step. At step 2, online socialization, Salmon highlights how moderators need to get participants involved in raising and exploring issues. This needs to be done in a way that promotes trust and community among participants, while at the same time encouraging individual differences and opinions to surface. The lack of face-to-face discussion and visual cues online can cause participants new challenges. However, lack of face-to-face is not necessarily a barrier. The research of Mills into nurse education reveals that most professors indicated that they knew their distance learning students better than their counterparts in the physical classroom. Stage 3, Information Exchange. The learners now are cooperating together on tasks. This involves 2 types of interactions, firstly with course content and secondly with people. Participants often find that references to course content, including links to online resources such as websites, provide motivation to return often to the online environment. The role of the e-moderator is to encourage and spark knowledge exchange. The learners look to the e-moderator to provide direction through the mess of messages and encouragement to start using this material. Stage 3 is over when the participants learn to find and exchange help, and the numbers of lurkers and vicarious learners are minimal. Stage 4, Knowledge Construction. Participants start to recognize that this interaction can become personally meaningful. The moderators use activities to encourage this by asking questions that have no right or wrong answer. Learners use their own knowledge, linking it to direct personal experiences. Their tacit knowledge comes to the fore at this stage. Salmon describes this as watching the learners become online authors. The e-moderator begins now to summarize what has been learned by drawing on the learner's writings as evidence in moving towards making conclusions. Step 5. The learners and e-moderators are now both committed and creative. Frequently, they become critical and truly self-reflective. At this stage, learners find ways of producing and dealing with humour and the more emotional aspects of interacting. Experienced online learners often become more helpful, acting as guides to newcomers to the environment. The e-moderator's role promotes reflection by focusing learners on what they will do now in new contexts in the future. In conclusion, Gilly Salmon proposes a 5-step model to successful collaborative online environments.